Hi, this is one from Decay Sams and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be doing a tour of my creative world as planned in my channel recap video to celebrate this world turning 5 years old. Let's get into the tour. The first thing I made in this world is a theme park, which is what you see in the background. And this is the path leading up to it. And to get to the entrance, you can either go through this cave route or up and over. Also on the up and over route, you can see there's sort of an observatory there, where you can go up and see the view of the theme park. At the entrance here, you can see there's a map wall with the map of the entire park, including some other areas of my world as well. And that's the entire park. You can see that no theme park is complete without roller coasters in it. And as you can see, I've made a heap of roller coasters. When you walk down this entrance, you can see you can access the entrance of all the roller coasters in the park. And this is one of them. One that I called the Speed of Golden Fire, which takes 47 seconds to ride. Now I did time it using a handheld stopwatch. And all these roller coasters have unique features. Like this one has a fire tunnel. And also some daredevil drops. And you can see here's the worker's house. With the checkerboard flooring there. Complete with bedrooms. And a lounge. And kitchen. This is where the worker of the park, the owner of the park, will live. Continuing on down this path, you can see there's another entrance to another roller coaster, one that I called Twilight, Fright. This is the first roller coaster I made in this park, and it takes 1 minute and 11 seconds to ride. And the features it has is a pitch black tunnel, and some daredevil drops. Right here. And then you see there's an entrance to a swimming complex with some smaller pools, some fountains, some slightly bigger pool with a diving board on it. Whee! And a more decorative slide. And this is the biggest pool with the biggest diving board. Continuing on once again, we come to another entrance to another roller coaster. And you can expect some puns for some of the roller coasters, like the Extraordinary Thrill, which is a longer roller coaster as you can see. And most of it goes underground. And right here is where it starts going underground. And over there is where it comes out. Going on this way, you can see there's an entrance to another roller coaster, which I've called the Nether Knight's Lantern. And the feature it has is the track lighting up as the minecart goes along. And also some of these lava tunnels that I featured in my 10 roller coaster features video. Continuing on once again, going around the swimming complex. You can see there's another entrance to a roller coaster, which I've called the Wavy Riven Sea of Sludge. Because you can see I use watermelon for the supports. because this is Minecraft. It's unrealistic. It also used some slime blocks and some mossy cobble. And the features for this one are the drops and a holding chamber up here. It's just an ordinary holding chamber, not one of those switchable ones that I featured. And then this way, here's the C4 arcade. An arcade dedicated for the Connect 4 game, which is still a work in progress, which is why I won't be going into too much detail with it. And this features different game modes for Connect 4, like the 7x6 classic version and the 4x4x4 version and the 2 to 4 players version. Now back at the Extraordinary Thrill, let's go this way to a glass maze. This is one of my 3 mazes in this park with a cool opening sequence. You can ignore the redstone, it's very messy and it's placed on dirt as well. This is a maze made out of blue stained glass, as you can see. Now back at the entrance of the glass maze. Let's go down this path. As you can see, this path doesn't go anywhere. That's because in the future, I'll be making another roller coaster here. And this path is where the entrance will connect to. Going up this path here, you can see there's another entrance to another roller coaster, which is a work in progress. And this one will be called the Thrilling Choice, because you have a choice between a one-person ride or a 1v1 race, where 2 people will start on these powered rails and then press the button, and they'll either win or lose depending on random chance. And the randomizers are determined by these bats here. A while ago, I watched a Mumbo Jumbo video on making useless features useful, and this is one of the things he came up with, and I've used this idea for the randomizers. Another feature that it has is the switchable destinations drop chamber that you've seen in my 10 roller coaster features. It also has some other features as well, like going through cave systems and pitch black tunnels. But this is a massive roller coaster. I'm now back at the entrance of the Twilight Fright roller coaster, and now going up here. You can see this goes to a little pond here, and right here it goes underneath a cool fountain area. And when you go this way, it will lead you to an entrance to a Subterranean Maze, which is a 2-story classic hedge maze sort of maze. And you access the fountain area through here, with that golden fountain with flames coming from it, and then flowers around the outside. And then along here, this is the second roller coaster I made, which is called the Zig and Zag. And the feature for this one is sharp corners, including these ziggy-zaggy ones. That's why I called it Zig and Zag. And then along here, a nice water roller coaster, which all the features involve water. So you got these water tunnels, including one that drops through the center there, And then we go along to the third maze I made. I've called it the Hyper Maze because of the shape of it. You can see it's sort of a cube with a hole in the middle of it. This is meant to visualize the four-dimensional hypercube shape. And you can see the maze goes along all the wall parts of it on all sides. So it's a proper three-dimensional maze. And you can access it by going through this mini etho door, which is described as a door with a hole in the middle of it. The redstone looks better on this one than that other maze door. And you go up this spiral staircase to the top. And from the solver's point of view, this is what it's like. Just feels like a normal hedge maze, but you got these ladders that go up sometimes. Moving on, here we come to Botanica. This is sort of a botanical garden that I made with these pathways that go around like this and plants around the outside. And it even goes up that cliff there. And it has this gazebo up the top here where you can look out over the garden, or try to, and also see this hyper maze in the background and all the roller coasters. And recently I made this extension through those two cliff faces there, which used to be joined, but I blew them up. So you go down this path here. Now I've started working on this extension here that touches the side of that mesa plateau. Up this path here, you come to the entrance of a mini golf course. You go up these stairs, and it says get your balls here. And you can see I used firework stars for it because you can get a lot of different colours. And it's round and got holes in it as well. And you can see I've renamed it to the different colours, like maroon ball and fudge brown ball, peachy orange ball, etc. And you can get your markers here. And you access the course down this path here. But you also have this diving cliff here with diving boards at different heights, and this really cool wall here with Good Times with Scar styled terraforming of the wall. And same on the other side. Then for mini golf, go around this path to hole 1. And this one's pretty straightforward. Just go straight into that hole there. And it has a hopper down there as well. And if I throw something into the hopper, it'll play a tone to notify you when you get your ball in the hole. At the moment it's got 5 holes. This is the next one, the left angle turn. And there's the hole there. This one doesn't have a hopper in it at the moment, because this course is still a work in progress. And then down here is hole 3, the U drop. And here's a hole. And then hole 4 going vertical. Right there's a bubble column that goes up to the top here. And you follow the path up to there by going this way. And the hole's up here. And then the last hole I've made at the moment, a sandbox level, which has got these sand traps here. And that's as far as I got with the mini golf. When I made this world, I used the customized preset to make the whole world a savanna biome. But as you can see, there's a bit of ocean there. That's because in 1.13 it removed the customized world preset. So what I did was use MBT Explorer to change the world generation type from customized to default. And on top of that, what I also did is delete some of the unused chunks and change the seed so I could have this ocean nearby here. It also resulted in these huge wall things that stretch from the surface to the seafloor. Any Green fan will know what this is. Boom! That's now the theme park done. Let's now check out the thing that's in the fog there. Because that is so massive that it's pretty much visible from anywhere in the built-up areas of the world. So, as you can see, this is a stadium, and it's still a work in progress, because you can see that that part there doesn't have the clean sandstone roof that this part has. And some parts of it, like over here, doesn't have the staircase either. But this is a massive project. So the diameter of the stadium is about 260 blocks, which is massive. And when you go inside, it looks very clean and spacious. And I've actually pretty much completed the interior part of it. If you're wondering how I got the stairs like this, that's something for a future video. But long story short, I used a debug stick. So you can see it's pretty much complete in terms of the interior, except for the staircase, all the way around. And then when you go into the field part of the stadium, you can see it's a huge open field. The shape of the stadium comes from the way I positioned these stairs here. So the way I positioned it is that there's always one block and then another block diagonally upwards, so you don't get any blocks like this or blocks like this. And that's how I got this shape. Now the plans for the stadium is an idea that I got from Seth Bling, which is some kind of Olympics where there's 10 events, but instead of going with TNT, I'm going with transportation. So this ice ring that you see here is meant to be some kind of icy velodrome where you race around on boats. And I may make this wider And the events aren't restricted to the stadium. Like, here's one of the future events that there's got to be. This is an elytra course where a few people can race at real time through these tubes here that goes all around this shattered savannah, down through caves and stuff. And that's all pretty much I've completed at the moment. That's pretty much it for the stadium, except for explaining how I got these cameras. So these are basically playheads. YouTuber Impulse SV has a second account, and I learned that this is what the head looks like on his second account. So I use these for the cameras, which work very well. He calls his second account the Impulse Cam. That's it for part 1 of this world tour. Next video, I'll be continuing this tour for part 2. If you've enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See ya!